My name is Megan, and I am community manager at Auggie. And Auggie is the number one platform for parents to find community, share recommendations, and learn from experts. And we are so excited about today's events. And I'm going to hand it over to Mandela to tell us about herself and get things started.
Hi, thank you so much everyone for joining. Um, if you're comfortable with chatting, I'm just curious. I think we've got some good starters there, but just curious like where everyone's at with knowing about postpartum nutrition. Do you know anything about it or do you know nothing? Like just curious to know like where you are in it. I would let you know that I knew nothing about postpartum nutrition until after I had my second child. So, my first I knew nothing.
We have
And then
someone with a 7-month old calling from Philadelphia.
Ooh, yay, I love Philly. All right, well, we'll get started. I, is this working? I'm just going to my next thing. But I'll just start off that I am Mandela. I am the founder of Welcome Home, and we are a meal delivery service specifically made to help support postpartum. And we are here to talk all things postpartum nutrition. And so a little bit about Welcome Home is we provide new parents with nourishing meals that are delivered right to the doorsteps, offering comfort and support during the precious early days of parenthood. Like I said, I knew nothing about postpartum recovery until after I had my second child. My first child, I felt so good and strong during that pregnancy, and then after I had him, I like took very good care of myself during pregnancy. And then of course I had my baby and I failed to take care of myself. And I remember being like, I felt so good pregnant. And now I just feel sluggish and tired and gross and all the things. And then I was like, yeah, I'm like eating fried chicken every day and pizza, and I'm not really like giving myself the proper things. And so for my second child, I made it my mission to make sure that I did not feel that way. And I was on a great hunt for figuring out like what I needed to eat. And so I dived deep into postpartum nutrition and then also it birthed Welcome Home too at the same time. So we are going to talk all that, like I said. So why is postpartum nutrition important? So I like to think about this way. Imagine your body as a garden after a bountiful harvest. It's given so much, and now it's time to replenish the soil, nurture the roots, prepare for new growth. And that is exactly what proper nutrition does for you after birth. So it's not just about getting calories, it's about giving your body those specific nutrients that it needs so you can bounce back stronger. And let's face it, those early days of the newborn, there's going to be a lot of emotions and a lot of sleepless nights. And proper nutrition is going to help you ride those waves and have a little bit more stamina and resilience. And our hormones are going to be all over the place, so you want to find that balance. The right nutrients help restore harmony, supporting your mood, sleep, and over well-being. And then if you're breastfeeding, your body is working double time to nourish your little one. So again, having that proper nutrition ensures you have the energy and nutrients to support both you and your baby on the journey. And I just truly believe that it's so important for a mother to be well taken care of in order to take care of a new baby. So one of those things is being well fed. There's other things to do to make sure that you are taking good care of yourself, but I think one of the easiest things is being well fed. So anyway, so let's dive a little bit deeper into the nutrients that will help you nourish you. Okay, so we're gonna go through these are the kind of the key ingredients for the optimal health, and we're gonna go deeper into them, but high protein, complex carbohydrates, healthy fat, and high fiber. So let's talk a little bit more about that. Um, so high protein, protein is key here. This is like the number one thing that I say that if you can do is make sure you're getting a high protein diet. It's going to provide the building blocks for repairing tissues, muscles, and organs. So a good source is going to be rotisserie chicken, lentil soups, eggs, yogurt parfaits, and beef stew. Complex carbohydrates provide energy restoration. They are your best friend. A good source is going to include sweet potato, brown rice, quinoa, whole grain toast with avocado. Um, Healthy fats, Fats, next one, that's going to play a crucial role in your hormone production. So think omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish and flax seeds are known as mood boosters. Another good source includes nuts, seeds, avocados, baked salmon. And high fiber, this I also would say this is a pretty important one, is like going to be like your cleaning crew for digestive system. It's going to keep things moving and preventing constipation. It's also a great source for sustaining energy. So a good source is going to include like a black bean soup, a big leafy salad with kale and spinach, and chia pudding. And some other ones. So iron and vitamin D. Iron is essential for maintaining a healthy blood supply. Um, and calcium supporting for strong bones for both you and your little one. So you're going to want to load up on iron-rich foods like red meat, leafy greens, and fortified cereals. And if you're breastfeeding, your nutritional needs increase for this. Your body is working overtime to produce nutrient-rich milk for your baby. Um, and so vitamin D helps your baby absorb calcium, essential for those growing bones. So you want to spend some time in the sunshine and consider foods like fatty fish and eggs. Um, Great. Okay, so here's a little bit of a sample day of eating of what it can look like. Um, Morning breakfast. So quick oatmeal, an easy and filling breakfast that provides sustainable energy. So stir in some berries or nuts for extra flavor and nutrients. Another option is a yogurt buffet. This is great option, no cooking. Just layer some Greek yogurt with some granola, fruit, for a quick dose of protein and carbs. I want to note though, for granola is make sure to look for brands that are no added like sugars. It could be like maple syrup or honey, but like or coconut sugars, but you don't want any processed sugars in it. That will make you actually sluggish. So anything with like clean ingredients will be a good to go for granola. Or if you have time, make your own granola at home, which is also really nice. But look, I'm not telling you to add more to your plate, but if you want to make sure you have a actually wholesome food of a granola, do that. Because sometimes a lot of these granolas out there have a lot of added stuff to them that aren't actually good for you.
Do you have a brand you recommend?
Um, okay, I knew you were gonna ask me that, and in my mind, I see I see the packaging. I just can't think of the name. I'm gonna have to Google it.
I feel like Purely Elizabeth. Is that a good one? Do you know?
Yes, Purely Elizabeth is good. There's some that they have one that is, I think, just maple syrup or honey actually in there. Um, but there's one, it's like bright packaging, and that is a really nice one. I'm blanking on it. I'm gonna have to like Google it. Um, and I'll get back to you guys on that.
Perfect.
Okay, lunch. Okay, I'm going to talk about rotisserie chicken a few times here. I've already mentioned it before, but rotisserie chickens are a lifesaver. I love them. It's again, I'm going to say again, you want to find a good rotisserie chicken with clean ingredients. If you're here in New York, Wegmans has a really great rotisserie chicken. It's low sodium, it's not that much salt in it. Do not get the Costco one that's pumped with a bunch of not great ingredients in there. But most places have really good rotisserie chicken. I actually, sorry, I'm going on a tangent and I'm really sorry. I followed this guy on Instagram and he went and tested out all of the different like rotisserie chickens around grocery stores and found the best ones, which was really interesting. There was one in New York, but I didn't recognize the place. But anyways, but rotisserie chickens they are a lifesaver because you can just eat the chicken. It's usually really delicious. But what I think they're really great is making sandwiches with them. You can use them for salads. Or like I like it and then just like roast some sweet potatoes or just like saute some frozen vegetables with it. Like it's already there, it's there, and you can just make a little sides with it. So I think that's really great. Um, Hearty soups are perfect for warming up your body. It's easy way to get those nutrients fast, and your body really, really needs warm food after giving birth. So soups are always our big thing at Welcome Home. And they're perfect to make in big batches and freeze. You could just throw everything in a slow cooker and just batch cook it. I mean, I love a lentil soup, a chili or chicken noodle soup would be great. And then after the snack, energy bites. I have a recipe in here that I will share with you guys. But we have salted caramel energy bites. It's easy to grab. You can hold it while you can hold it, eat it while you're holding your baby, and it's really quick. Fruits and nuts. I say they're an ultimate power couple. A handful of almonds and an apple provides healthy fats, fiber, and a quick energy. I like making my own trail mix kind of blend. Um, that is really nice to do if you have time to do it. It's not just mix a bunch of nuts, and then I like getting like the Hue chocolate. Also, again, kind of clean ingredients. Hue, it's just like made with coconut sugar, and it's all like dairy free, and it's pretty good for you. So I highly recommend looking at that. Oops. There yet. Okay. And then for dinner, a sheet pan dinner, I think is always really kind of easy to do. And sorry, I try not to say anything cooking is easy because it's a task. It's not, and if you don't like it, it's not easy. So I apologize for that. But I try to give some simple ways to make yourself some food. Um, but a sheet pan dinner I love because you can just toss whatever you want on a sheet pan with some olive oil, salt and pepper, and your favorite type of protein can be some chicken sausage or frozen salmon fillets, and just drizzle it with olive oil and some salt and pepper, and then you put it in the oven, and it's minimum cleanup and pretty easy. And then another is anything in the slow cooker. Like I was saying for soups, I think a slow cooker is your best friend during this time, because you can throw everything in there in the morning, and then you've got your ready to eat meal in the evening. So like a really hearty chili or some tender pot roast, would be really great for that. Okay. Oops. And then this is kind of our welcome home pantry, that I recommended some items just to like have that are good for you, that are good to cook with. We cook everything with avocado oil. It's a healthy fat. Great. I love this brand. Frozen vegetables. I think frozen vegetables are also should be your best friend. They're good. They are high quality vegetables that are frozen at peak, so they're going to be fresh. They're going to be easy to cook. There's no prepping involved. I just like sauteing some with a little bit of olive oil, soy sauce, and eat over some rice or quinoa. Like that's pretty simple. Uh, uh, gluten-free oats. We do gluten-free on our end, but you can do whatever kind of oats you want. But oats are always great. You can batch make some creamy oatmeal with them, overnight oats. You can do a lot with oats that are really, really beneficial for you, and especially for breastfeeding. Oats are really great. Like I said, rotisserie chicken. Love rotisserie chicken. I always can make an easy meal with it. Canned lentils can make a simple lentil stew with that. Minimal work there. Always having yogurt on hand. It's a nice protein there. And then I really like, if you're dairy free, I like this Coco June brand, which is great. Bananas. I love bananas. Again, another easy snack thing to that you can grab and eat and nourish yourself with. Um, frozen fruit. Frozen fruit also too really great. Can make your smoothies with them, add it to your yogurts, yogurt parfaits. Like they're also really great to have. Chia seeds along with oatmeal or oats, just a great thing to have in the pantry. Make blended chia oats. You can batch that, and really then grab to eat that for breakfast in the morning. And we love quinoa. Can make that and eat everything with that. And I really love these rice ramen. They're gluten-free, they're high protein, so I highly recommend that. And again, like I like to have this with like frozen vegetables sauteed, and then you can eat it over the noodles. And leafy greens too are great to make salads. And I like to have hard-boiled eggs. Again, another just quick, easy. A simple thing you can grab for your fridge, and to eat. I like to just like sometimes I like to eat with like mash a little bit with some hot sauce and salt and pepper and then some toast. Really good. So those are some things there. And then let's see. Let's go to the next page. Oops. And then these are just some tips for time saving. Again, it's not going to be easy, but just some simple ways to so that you feel prepared and have enough food on hand. I recommend, highly recommend batch cooking. So double recipes that are easy to freeze. So like I say, like if you're making a big pot of chili, double it. Then you can store the rest in individual containers and you can pull that for when you need it. Um, like that to me is one of the biggest ones I think I recommend is doing that. Um, Doing a little bit of weekend prep. I'm not a big meal prep person. I think that sometimes I think it's a time suck, but I think there's small that's controversial. I don't know. I just personally don't believe in doing a full day of meal prepping. I know people who will do like 3 to 4 hours of meal prepping on Sunday, and I'm granted I do think it makes the week easier, but then you've also just lost your Sunday meal prepping, you know? I don't know. But what I think is more is just like setting some time to like cook some grains. So like cook your quinoa, cook your rice, make marinate like some protein, make some dressings, like make a few things that then when you're through the week when you're cooking are making things a little bit easier where you only are maybe making one thing and then you already have the quinoa made so you're just cooking your chicken and then you eat it over that or you're making a salad but you already have the dressing made. Like just certain things like that where you can have a few things done in the fridge, boil the eggs, like just certain things like that. I don't think you need to go fully crazy on it, but that's my thought. Again, like I said, a slow cooker is your best friend. I've never made anything in the slow cooker that isn't good, that you just like toss everything in there in the morning and then it's ready the next day. It's or ready at night. It's like magic. And also it's I feel like most of the things you make in there are going to be like warm and cozy and comforting. So I highly recommend that. And then keeping healthy snacks, you know, like I was saying, like fruits and nuts and hard-boiled eggs ready to be available. That will be helpful. And don't go grocery shopping. Online grocery shop. I literally never go into a grocery store. Instacart is great. Fresh Direct is amazing. On Instacart here, we have Wegmans and they've got high quality everything. So if you don't have time, just do that. And those are kind of my suggestions of having to be just a little bit of tips for time saving in the kitchen. Okay. And then this is our the salted caramel energy bites I was telling you guys about. These balls are a quick and easy way to give yourself a little boost of energy. They're packed full of protein and healthy fats. And there's a little bit of prep work that you have to do, but if they make like 15 balls and you can freeze them for up to a month. And they're really yummy. I get a lot of people are always requesting me for these, so I highly recommend making a batch of these. All right. All right, now it's Q&A. I know that that went a little. Oh, and okay, sorry. Something I always I need to add to this, but just making sure key is hydration. So I just wanted to touch on this again about soups, why soups are really important because A, they're hydrating. You'll be able to get your ingredients faster or sorry, not ingredients, nutrients faster that way. But also just making sure you have a great water bottle nearby and staying hydrated. That's also a key to postpartum nutrition is staying hydrated.
What do
Okay.
you think about adding electrolytes and all of that?
I mean, I think that's fine. I personally like for me, I think another way to do it is just adding like lemon and cucumber or like spicing up your water. I feel like that is another way to kind of intake your water in a better way if you're not. So either or, but I prefer adding like lemon, making like spa water.
Yeah, I love spa water.
Yeah. All right. If anyone has any questions, you can put it in the chat. You can always message me on the side, DM me. I love to chat. Um, Happy to answer anything.
One question, are there foods that maybe not to eat that like might reduce supply instead of like increase supply?
Processed foods.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything processed food. You want to eat whole foods. That is like the key there. And that's why I'm saying like if you're
So don't grab the goldfish from your toddler if you're
yeah.
having your second.
Yeah, I mean I know that that's easy. That's the thing, right? Is because it's easy to grab those items and eat, but they're not good for you and they're gonna make you feel sluggish. That's why I mean a big thing that I think is important is like looking at ingredients. So, you can get a bag of chips, right? But get chips that are just potato and oil and salt, but like not added stuff. Like, I'm not saying you're not supposed to eat junk food. Like, there's good junk food to eat, and that's why like with the granola, you want to make sure you're looking at, um, you want to make sure that um, you're looking at those ingredients and things that don't have added sugars to it. More recommendations for breastfeeding iron intake. Do you mean like what foods to eat for that? Is that the more question you're asking, Alyssa? Yes. So what foods to eat? Yeah, I mean for that you're definitely gonna want to make sure you're eating high protein to get those items. And I mean I recommend always like a lean steak, or chicken breasts, chicken thighs. Like you're gonna want to make sure you're with your protein. Dairy, yes. So at Welcome we are fully dairy free. And so because of that, because people have dairy allergies, or a lot of times when a mom is breastfeeding, they find out their baby has allergies. So I will say this too. We are at Welcome. We're dairy free, gluten free, sugar free, and soy free because all of those kind of common allergies come up. And we have vegan option, and so everything is dairy free. So for dairy free, I mean. I really love everything just making with cashew cream. So if there's a recipe you love that, that's you're like has like cheese and cream, just replace it with making cashew cream. And cashew cream is just cashews, some water, and nutritional yeast, and you can blend it. And you can add that as the substitute for anything that you need. Or if you're looking for a good plant-based milk, almond milk, oat milk. Um, is that what you're asking, Cynthia? Or I've went on a random tangent.
One more question while she answers. Are there nutrients, or maybe the ones you mentioned, do support like mood boosting or help with like postpartum anxiety or depression?
Mm, I would say, um, I'm trying to think, like mood boosting ones for me, I think is like the fruit ones.
Mhm.
Anything like yogurts, yogurt parfaits, the chia puddings, the oatmeal puddings, those are really good.
Okay, great.
But
Oh, there's Cynthia. Did you want to ask your question?
Yes, hi, good morning.
hi.
Yes, about dairy. Yeah, I was taking the enzyme lactose pills, but that seemed to affect my baby because it's just breastfeeding. So it's like now both. So now I love cheese and like yogurt and smoothies, but now I can't have any of that. So sometimes I just make a smoothie and like while I'm trying to have breakfast. So I don't know what else. Like I don't know, like maybe I don't know coconut milk or I don't know or coconut water to I don't know fresh smoothies. I don't know
Yeah,
if is that okay or is there
yeah,
a brand that does is not super sweet or is that okay? That doesn't make me like
yeah. No, but you should definitely do. There's a really great almond milk brand that is just almond and water,
okay.
and that we use. I'm really bad at names, and I'm really sorry about that. But because yeah, I recommend, and you can also do like, um, if you really were, you could just do water, but um, also the dairy-free yogurt brand I suggested, Coco June, would be really good in your smoothies. Um, and then I would do almond milk, or coconut milk or oat milk, one of those things. They usually have free oat milk, which is really good and usually
Okay.
pretty clean ingredients there. But the almond milk brand I'm thinking of that we use that is clean ingredients in there is called um Elmhurst milk. Um, I'll take
Can you type it in the chat, please? Thank
that's
you.
the brand of it, and they
Okay.
have really great unsweetened almond milk, and there's no added anything to it.
Okay. Thank you very much. And for example, what about cheese? I love cheese.
Mm.
Everyone in my house eat cheese like every day and every meal, and it's like, well, I can't have cheese. And I
I
know
mean,
that it could be a hard to, I don't know, to change it or look for a
um,
substitute.
Mykonos is a really good subs. Or that's not. I don't say it right. It's. I'm gonna spell it for you, and it's pretty
Mhm.
good. It's pretty good. I like their stuff, and they've got a good dairy-free cheese too. I'm just looking up the spelling of it so I can spell it
Oh,
right.
yeah, it's like, well, my husband said, well, it's not cheese if it
But
doesn't have real milk. But I mean, something that I don't know that makes me think that I'm having cheese.
I'm. You know what you should do if you really, really, really like are wanting something? You could make a ricotta cheese with tofu. So basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna blend tofu in a blender, put like a garlic in there, some lemon juice, some olive juice or some olive oil or avocado oil, um, nutritional yeast, and then you're just gonna end up put like oregano, some like oregano in there, and you can blend it, and then it's gonna come out kind of like a ricotta cheese, like a spreadable cheese a little bit. And that might be really like yummy on something like to use
Mhm.
that might be able to help you feel like you're having
Yeah,
cheese.
good too.
It's really
Okay.
good to it. I mean, and you're gonna
Mhm.
get from the tofu, so I really like that. But or I've done it with tofu where I've made tofu feta. So basically
Mhm.
you cut up the tofu,
Like little crumble.
you basically
Mhm.
toss up, you cut it up in cubes, you drizzle it with olive oil,
Wait,
red wine vinegar, and put like oregano and maybe some other seasonings in there, like salt and pepper and garlic, and then you like let it marinate in there for a full day. And then the next day it tastes kind of like feta. It's really good. I literally just like eat it like on my own. So that might be able to also help you with missing cheese. The other only option is just making like kind of cashew cream, and you can make like a mac and cheese with that version of it. So I that's what I would suggest too. But I know there's
thank you.
no real replacement for cheese. But
Hi. Yeah, I know. Hi. Well, I really appreciate it, and I hope you feel better. I can hear that you're a little bit sick.
yeah, I've had a cold for like
Hi.
2 months.
Oh, terrible. Thank you so much.
Of course, Cynthia.
Hi.
Oh,
Okay, are there any other questions? This has been so helpful, so insightful. Give it just a second. And where can they reach you?
You can reach me on my personal Instagram, Mandela Kokores, or you can DM us at Get Welcome Home on Instagram, or email us at hello@getwelcomehome.co. Always here to answer any questions.
And you can also find her in the Auggie app. Um,
Yes.
and she is one of our Auggie certified experts, so you can find her there and connect with her via email that way as well. Okay, I don't think there's any more questions. So we are so grateful for your time and your wisdom. Thank you so much for sharing. Um,
Thank you.
and you guys will be sent this recording as well, and you can also find the recording soon on Auggie.com and in the Auggie app. So thank you.
Thank you.